So I'm out here on a really nice common Bermuda baseball field. This is a community college field I take care of. They just mowed it. It appears he keeps this cut at around 1.5 inches or 2 inches or so. But I want to show you something new I picked up. Now, First Products is the folks that make this. They don't sponsor it, or they didn't give me the attachment or nothing like that. I do want to make you aware that I did get a discount on it, but I did pay a considerable amount of money for it. I did want to make you aware of that, so you can kind of, you know, keep that in the back of your mind, you know, and based on what I say about it, you can either take it as truth or not. Doesn't matter to me either way. So those of you that follow me know I have an aggravator. Okay, I just bought an aggravator from First Products, and I love it. It's a wonderful implement, but one of the problems that I have with it is it's borderline a little too heavy, a little too big for my tractor. Borderline. Tractor handles it, but it's not a comfortable type of handle. Other thing was, when you get on a really nice Bermuda ball field like this, and it's cut down kind of tight, that aggravator is very aggressive. A little too aggressive for me. Yeah, at first I really liked it, and I got to thinking, man, this thing is just really aggressive. So I called the boys up and said, hey, I'm gonna sell my aggravator. Can I get the aerovator, which, you know, I've showed you aerovators for years now. I've got 4 that go on the grasshopper, and I've got 2 that go on the Ventrac. Obviously this is my first PTO driven aerovator, so there's nothing new about the aerovator to me. As a matter of fact, I was using them long before I even started YouTube, but I'm making the switch from the aggravator to the aerovator for the back of the tractor. Now let me say this about the aggravator. Hands down, it's not even a competition when it comes to ground engaging implement that you want to break the ground, bare dirt. I'm talking about bare dirt here. Break ground and create a seed bed. It is hands down probably the best tool I've ever used in 20 years. It devastates rock hard red North Carolina clay that good, and it one pass and you've got a seed bed prep and it's done. And this right here is really cool. This is an articulating 3-point attachment, meaning you don't have to run a dead straight line. You can make turns with it, and this head unit kind of pivots back and forth. So that's really neat as well. And you can see what it does right here. It just cuts some really nice slits in the ground. I'm getting aeration, opening the ground up a little bit. And, you know, it's not necessarily traditional verticutting, I realize that, but I am cutting down and cutting rhizome and stolons, you know, all throughout the entire field. And guess what? There's no mess. I think that's my favorite part about it. Verticutting leaves a really bad mess, and you got to clean it up. But this doesn't leave any mess whatsoever. I just got done, and the team could literally come out here and play and have 0 issues whatsoever. But yeah, I'm pretty tickled with this thing. Can't wait to use it. And of course, we can use it now for seeding, overseeding, if we're going to overseed the fields with rye in the fall, or throw fescue in it and overseed you know, larger areas of fescue turf. And this slicer shaft is really going to become my buddy. That thing, as it's rolling, it oscillates too, or jiggles, you know, get that vibrating effect. And I would not hesitate to put that on a good healthy fescue or bluegrass or rye yard midsummer, heat of the summer. I would not hesitate to use that, and I think it would provide exceptional results. It's just not anywhere remotely close as aggressive as an aerovator, and definitely not the aggravator. But you can see these spikes right here. That's about 4 inches long and maybe 3.5 inches at the base. And of course you want it to dig down here to the frame part of it. You don't want it to go past that. But that's a pretty good little chunk of aeration going on right there. I think that's gonna come in handy in several different applications for me. They call it a SEEDA-vator. You know, if it didn't have a seed box on it, it would be an agrivator. But because if it's a seed box on it, they just changed the name of it and call it a SEEDA-vator, which is a pretty cool name. So that's the scoop on what I got going on with my new aerovator and the deal with the agrivator. Again, the aggravator is a fantastic attachment. I mean, fabulous when it's used in the right location. And it just, for me in the ball fields, the way I like to leave the look of the ball field, the high-end manicured look, it was just a touch too aggressive for me. So that's why I dropped back to we'll call this the baby brother, the aerovator. And man, I'm absolutely loving this thing. As always, I do appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch. I'll check you later.